What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Jackalope Roberts. A couple updates, things like that I want to talk to you guys about. Yeah, I'm broke out. I'm stressed. I got fucking zits for days. What happens when you get no fucking sleep? And you got this shit weighing on you, man. You know? You just got shit weighing on you. What's up? What's up, motherfuckers? What's crack-a-lackin'? You know what? I'm having a bad hair day. I'm gonna throw a fucking hat on. There we go. I feel better now. What's up, Bear? What's up, Brian? So, I'd had my trip down to Vegas with the wife, which was good. I stumbled on a couple ideas. Actually, she gave me some cool ideas while we were down there going through the books and talking and stuff like that, and kind of figuring out some game plans, things of that nature. And I figured, fuck, I should probably come and do some updates for you guys. Also wanted to point out these guys right here, Elite Ops. I don't know if you guys saw the what do you call it? The unboxing that I did for Battle Box. These were inside, and I went to order from them, and it was funny because I ordered. I think I put the link in the damn in the description of that video that said, you know, go there and they'll give you some free ones. All you gotta do is pay the shipping. That was kind of cool. And I guess this one, you get 5 more free strips with your first reorder. So I guess if you go to EliteOpsPower.com/reorder1, and that, I guess that reorder is cap R. So I haven't checked that out yet, but I did take them up on their just pay for shipping and they'll send you 15, because I wanted to make sure that was legit, and they sent that shit with the quickness, and their whole get down on the shipping was no joke. Like, boom, there it is, proof in the pudding. There's 15 of them. So kudos on Elite Ops energy strips. They back their shit up. They say just pay the shipping and they'll send you fucking 15, and they did. So that's actually pretty cool. So I just want to give them a quick shout out, just because that's for everybody. Anybody could do it. It wasn't like they did something fucking special for me. That's just how they're getting down right now. They're just trying to get their shit out, which I completely understand. Hey, what's up, Backwoods? So I want to give you guys a couple updates. First and foremost, for you cats, which are mostly, hey, what's up, Simcon? For most of you guys that go on a real-time story time, the Harry situation origin story is done, and that will be coming out. And yes, you motherfuckers all are called out by your YouTube names if you provided words for that that particular episode. Let's see who was in that one. Let's see, this payback hack. Here it is. So Vixen, Backwoods, Magic, Paul again, Lyra, Brian, Bear, Backwoods. You guys are called out in that book. So when that book drops out, which will probably be available tonight, you guys are... What? What, Backwoods? Dude, you know what? There's no way for me to replace that either. There's just no fucking way. Because that's really one of a kind item. Fucking hell, man. And I got tracking on it and everything else, man. I don't know That's fucking bullshit. Somebody fucking gaffled that shit. I guarantee it. Fucking assholes. You know, people in the world just fucking suck. That was one of the things. I was down in Vegas, man. I had fucking people in other rooms. They're just inconsiderate fucking assholes. Fucking. I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, it really pisses me off though, because fuck, that shit wasn't cheap too. Anyway, fuck. I think even if you go online and try to find one of those, I think they're like $200 now. Fuck. It was like an Xbox faceplate for an Xbox 360 for E3. It was like one of the first faceplates they had put out because the 360 was out, and they were doing these whole faceplate upgrades for the units and shit, and that was a fucking E3 special. One of my investors at the time was sitting in on a Microsoft keynote thing, and then I could try, dude. I mean, the reality is it's gonna have to be like Thursday or Friday because Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'm working graves, and it's like I'm not usually up until like right around now, and I think the post office is closed at 5:30. I don't know. I'll have to go and look at it and check, but fuck. That's such a fucking pain in the ass. Anyway, totally off topic of what I was going to talk about. I make these little workbooks from time to time when I see there's a need. And then I had a couple that these ones here. It's funny. These are some of my newer ones, and they showed up before my other ones did. But really, what this is there's two different ones here. There's one that is just purely for storyboarding. So the inside of it is just like this. It's just so you can storyboard shit if you're like doing videos or you're doing animations or you're figuring out comic book things or whatever. And I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll try to get kind of close. But on the inside there, yeah, you can see it. I think you can see it. They're even gridded. So if you're trying to do perspective, planes, and things of that nature, it's there. So basically, this is a cool little storyboard guide. You know, little thing if you're like walking around and you need something lightweight, keep your ideas together and stuff like that. That's this guy. And it's enough for 400 boards. I saw this guy. He had some shit that kind of irked me because he had one of these fucking things. And I thought, oh man, that's fucking great. That'd be a good thing to fucking have when I'm like storyboarding out some ideas and whatnot. Motherfucker wanted like almost $30 for it. I was like, please, why am I going to spend $30? I could make my fucking own and fucking sell them for like $8. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if there's something you guys need as far as, you know, you want to storyboard out ideas and whatnot, there you go. So that's one that showed up. Then I do lots and lots and lots of fucking research on different shit, and a lot of times I need to keep my notes together for particular things. So what I did is I went ahead, and everything is now getting completely legit. Like there's full up fucking barcodes and every fucking thing else in here now. You know, even on the back side, see all the barcodes and shit down there. But I have this thing here in the very beginning. This is a thing that I call a memory jogger. And what I do with that is, like, I'll put something in there like website addresses, things of that nature, things that are important for me to remember. So I got quite a few sheets of that. And then I have a little task breakdown deal here to keep track of things that I'm doing, when do they do, etc. And then the last thing I have is my actual notes. So the notes, you write your notes over here for whatever you're researching, and then you go through your notes and you kind of break them down into smaller notes over here to make it easier for you to kind of drill into the most important shit. And so that's all this is just a real big, so research specific booklet. Again, small, lightweight, and emphasis is trying to keep these as cheap as possible. I think right now all of these I keep on sale for you guys, and if anybody on the crew wants them even cheaper, just hit me before you go to order them, and I'll drop it down as far as I can get it. I think I can get them down to 50%. I might be able to get them higher than, I don't know. I'd have to go look at the thing, but I already keep them at about 40%. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out for you guys. Again, all of those, if you go to like Lulu, a channel, it gives the channel some chance to make some money so that I can get more gear and do some more reviews and stuff. This is something that I use on a regular basis. I used to have a real big, thick planner. See how big it is? And with this big ass planner, you know, I was tracking all kinds of stuff. But the problem was, this is really big, and then there was quite a few things that I was alright, later, dude. There was quite a few things that I was like, dude, I can't just bring this fucking thing around with me everywhere. So it was up, Garen. So I made a real smaller one, just like all the other ones. And this is good for like 1 month. So what it does is, on the very beginning, you have a full calendar, and then you have your objectives that you want to get done in that particular month. Then you got a weekly breakdown for you to track things at a weekly level, and then after the weekly, then you've got your daily, and you've got enough for a full month with this guy. And I like this format a lot better than this guy, just because you could see it's a lot smaller, right? So a lot less weight, allows me to carry other things around with me and still keep track of the shit that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. While I was down in Vegas, for you folks that follow me on Twitter, I started dropping off some of the small books. Do I have any of those small ones laying around? No, I don't have the small ones. Oh, there we go. This guy. So I started dropping these in different places, and I'm going to be doing some specials on this that'll be pretty interesting once they're done. I'll show you guys that stuff later, but the ideal is to basically just give these away, just to start to get them out in people's hands and stuff like that. Good news for me is, in this form factor here, it cost me about $3. So, you know, $3 is pretty cheap for me to hand to somebody. It doesn't hurt the bank badly, and I think if somebody gets it and they read it and then they take it and they hand it to somebody else, then, you know, that just works out pretty well. So we'll see. Yeah, you need to get off the drugs. Get off the drugs, Tenchi. That's why. Gotta stop being on heroin. Nodding for 5 minutes. What happened? I lost 5 minutes. Yeah, because you're stoned. Or maybe you're sleep deprived. Or you could have just... Sometimes I get lost in thought. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about something, and then boop, time goes by, and I'm like, fuck. I didn't realize an hour went by. So, you know, losing time like that's not... 5 minutes is not bad. 5 minutes is not a big deal. Now, if you lost 5 hours, then you start saying, fuck, check your asshole, make sure you didn't get fucking alien abducted, you know. Oh, see, you do have that epilepsy shit, so that could have been it too, you know. But usually, if that happened, you'd be really tired and you'd know something happened. But I don't know. It is what it is. What else? There are some other things I wanted to share with you, fucking guys. July is going to be busy for me. A lot of people are going on vacation and stuff, so I'm going to be booking back to back graveyard. You know, yeah, that's pretty much. Well, that's going to be that. I'm trying to think if I had. Oh, I have a few products that I could do some reviews on, but I think out of most of you, I think the only one I'll be interested in the next one will be Simicon, and that's because I'm going to be reviewing a watch. There's that. Oh, check this out. You guys want to see something fun? Look at that. Ow. Isn't that fucking fun? There's a fun little story on that. So there was this big fucking tub, but it was a steep tub, and you know, I'm fucking. Oh yeah, Simicon's fucking great. That dude, he's reviewing watches all the time. He's all kinds of shit. Like he's doing really good reviews. I like his shit. So if you guys haven't checked out Simicon's shit, go look at it. I like his stuff. He's honest, hard-working reviewer. Fucker does not play. If he likes some shit initially, and then later on he's like, you know what, this thing fucking sucks. Like, he will update you on the fact that he changed his fucking mind, and I respect the shit out of that, because there's a lot of times I initially start off like really digging something, and then as time goes by, I'm like, oh, this is actually fucking shitty. It's fucking shitty. Fuck. I should go back and update my video. And then I don't, because I'm fucking lazy and tired and really burned out on fucking YouTube, and go, fuck it. But now that I do live shit, if something like that, then I can actually say, you know, whatever. So anyway, I'm in this tub, right? And the tub's got these two fucking handles. And I'm a big fucking dude. You guys know I'm not big like yoked. I'm big like fucking fat. And so I'm in this tub and I'm kind of stuck, right? Because there really wasn't an easy way to get out of the tub. So I'm like, fuck it. So here's my wife. She had taken a shower and she was blow drying her hair. So she is literally 2 feet away from me. So I turn. I fucking push down on the sides of the tubs, right? So I'm pushing on them. And I get up. I get positioned. So now I'm on my knees. I'm about to go from knees to a squat to stand up. So as I'm holding myself here on the side, I go and I push up and I slide. My hand just slides off. Full body weight comes crashing down on my ribs and my arms. So this is the edge of the tub where boom, I just came down on this bitch. And I'm like, and my wife is, like I said, literally like 2 feet away from me. And I boom, I just hit this some bitch hard, right? And I'm just sitting there going, oh. And I'm just fucking hurting. And then she looks at me like, what's wrong with you? I said, I just fucked myself up. She goes, how'd you fuck yourself up? I said, I fucked myself getting up out of this tub. I slipped. And she's like, babe. So I don't think she realized how bad I'd fucked myself up. So today, like, I didn't even realize I was going to bruise like this. I didn't know it was that bad. I knew it hurt like a motherfucker, but I didn't think it was going to bruise. And so, you know, we got up and we did all of our sightseeing and whatnot. Like Friday, my boy Shadow Master was down there too. So Friday we did 10 miles of walking. Saturday we did 8 miles. Sunday we did 3 miles. So yeah, I'm just tired and worn out. For a fat fuck like me, those are like marathons. I'm like, fuck me. And then this shit, I was all fucked up. And I was just like, dude, this shit hurts so fucking bad. It's not even funny. Yeah. Oh, see? My uncle fell and broke his arm in the tub a few weeks ago. You can see, if I'd have landed wrong, woo woo. Shit, it only takes, 20 pounds of pressure to break a bone. So, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I went for a mile walk Sunday night. Yesterday was having leg cramps in my feet and ankles. Yeah, my fucking feet and ankles hurt too. What I did for mine, Garen, that's partly why I was in that fucking tub, was I was soaking in there mostly just for my legs and my feet. And then I took some anti-inflammatories. I took some of this, actually. I'm probably going to take some today. I took some naproxen, which is basically the generic version of Aleve. Naproxen sodium? Yeah, naproxen sodium. Which this saved me probably $4, I think, than buying Aleve, but it's the same shit. Same fucking thing. So I did that. Yeah, I know. I know more people die from falling in a tub than being shot. I know that. That's just fucking crazy. But yeah, it was rough while we were down there. We walked and walked and walked. And I tell you what, guys, we were at this shit's loud as fuck. Let me turn it down a little bit. There we go. Check, check, check. That's better. We were down at the no, that's still fucking loud. Turn it down more. Check. 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 That's better. We were down at a Cosmopolitan. That fucking resort, dude. That place is evil as fuck. I don't know if you guys have been in that bitch. They got a pussy rabbit. And I put one of my books near I put this one actually. I put one like this. Right at the foot of the pussy rabbit. Because it's kind of an Alice in Wonderland motif, and this story has some Alice in Wonderland kind of references to it. So I thought it was a perfect fucking place to put this evil ass book, right? So I put it in there, and it's funny. There's like literally, I don't know, 50, 60 people watching me put this fucking book down and step back and take pictures of it, right? So I'm taking pictures of the shit, and then I left. And not a motherfucker says, "Excuse me, sir, you forgot your..." Not one. 50, 60 people just watching me like a hawk, because I went dressed pretty similar to this. And all these motherfuckers are dressed to the T, suits, they're ready to get their groove on. And not one motherfucker says, "Excuse me, sir, you left your book." I thought somebody would. Not one. And I thought, okay. All right, you evil fuckers. I hope you enjoy this fucking book. And so, yeah, that place, man, is fucking crazy. What's up, Stalker Wolf? Custom Knives. Yo, yo, yo. And so, yeah, so Cosmopolitan is an evil fucking spot, man. I saw some really weird shit there. Really weird shit. I was like, what the fuck? And then, Caesar's Palace was pretty cool. Alright, catch you later. Caesar's Palace was pretty cool. The buffet there kicked the shit out of Paris. Paris buffet, morning buffet, fucking went downhill. Fucking complete dog shit now. I'm gonna do a video on that shit on the Robert R. Ricks one. Fucking Paris was our staple, man. That was like our fucking ritual. Anytime we go to Vegas, we always had to make sure Paris was our spot. And so Steve was down there with us. We went to Paris, and they were like, "Get your own fucking drinks." The food was bootsy. I mean, it was fucking horrible. The only redeeming thing about Paris buffet was the omelet dude. The omelet dude was fucking hilarious, and I tipped the fuck out of him because he was a cool motherfucker. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" He's like, hey, chief, what's up? I'm like, "Hey, man, I need 2 omelets. He goes, "All right." I said, "First one's going to be boring. Just ham and cheese and That's it. He was like, okay. And then I said, the second one, I want you to go fucking bananas. I just want you to make a crazy fucking omelet the way you make it. And he said, all right, you like spicy? I said, I like spicy. He said, okay, I'm going to make you something special then, Chief. I said, make it special. And this dude threw jalapeno. Yeah, I mean, he threw all kinds of, he threw the kitchen sink in this bitch. The omelet was fucking monstrous. This lady's sitting there looking at it with me, and she's like, wow, that's a fucking big one. Let's see here. Paula loaned her phone to a friend whose aunt is in the hospital with cancer. So she's in the bed feeling bad. Oh, tell her to cheer up. Tell her feel better. As long as we're on this side of the fucking ground, it's a good day. Tell her don't let that shit get her down. You know, there's a lot of sadness going around right now. I feel it, but tell her to, you know, try not to get too bummed out. And then this nice lady was sitting next to me, and we just struck up a conversation. And she's watching homeboy flip. I mean, dude's flipping the omelet in the air. And, I mean, it's like watching a fucking master. I was like, this dude loves making fucking eggs. So I tipped him a 5 just because I was like, this dude is fucking awesome. And we sat down. I ate the omelets. Omelets were great. Everything else was dog shit. And our fucking really didn't have a waiter. It was just random people stopped by, grab plates. That was it. So we're like, all right, whatever. So we went to Caesars because my wife had a Groupon. She was so excited too. She had a Groupon. Went to Caesars. Oh my hell. It was like night and day, man. They were just so fucking nice. And, oh, would you like some more orange juice? I mean, it was like, wow, okay. So Caesars buffet was awesome. And then our friend hooked us up on the buffet over in, where were we staying? At Planet Hollywood. So the buffet at Planet Hollywood, that was actually pretty nice. It was a real kind of open-aired experience. The food was really good, but Caesar beat the shit out of everybody, which blew my mind. Because I was like, wow, look at fucking Caesar's Palace. This is fucking killing it. But it went in order of Caesars, Planet Hollywood, never fucking with Paris again. Ever. We're never going back to Paris again. Never, ever, 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 ever. Paris done fucked themselves so bad. It was so bad, we were walking past. At one point, we saw people lined up. We were like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's fucking Bootsy now. Don't eat there. And Paris would get pissed at us. We're like, yeah, fuck you, Paris. You guys suck. So, yeah, save yourself fucking heartache. Don't eat at the Paris buffet because it was bleh, bleh, bleh. It was bleh. Hey, what's up, Yakety Yak? Don't come back. Or Yakety Yak, do come back. That's the Luxor. The Luxor would be the pyramid. I haven't been there. That's the one thing I haven't. There's actually quite a few spots I haven't been in Vegas yet. But so far, I really like Bally's. Especially if you can upgrade to the suite. Bally's is fucking awesome. Because I'll go in that bitch and be like, yo, it's my birthday. Can I get a special and an upgrade? Sure. Just pay an extra $15 a night. 15? Fucking A. Here's my extra 15. Like, I'm happy as fuck to do a little last second upgrade at fucking Bally's. I'm like, $15? Fuck yeah, let's do this. Because they got jacuzzi tubs. And their jacuzzi tubs are easy as fuck to get in and out of because they're not so fucking high and deep and shallow, you know? Like, you can stand up, step out, you're good to go. As long as you got towels on the floor, you're not going to kill yourself. But fucking Planet Hollywood, I really didn't enjoy staying there. Even though we got comped, you know, we just had to pay resort fees. I think our stay was like $50 or something. I really, really, really did not enjoy my stay at Planet. It was nice. It was really pretty. The rooms were nice and everything else, but we had people partying all the time, stupid bitches just laughing and giggling the whole fucking night till like 7 in the fucking morning. And then I'd walk by 7 in the morning, bang on their fucking door and keep going, wake their fucking asses up because they kept me up all fucking night. So I'd wait for their ass to fall asleep and then I'd fucking pound on their fucking doors because they're fucking assholes. And then we were kept complaining, like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm calling down to the desk. Yo, what the fuck? I get we're in Vegas and I'm happy these motherfuckers are having a good time. But what the fuck? I got neighbors to the left of me. They're karaokeing some fucking Mexican serenata shit and it's driving me nuts. So you motherfuckers do something or I'm doing something. And it was only when I said, yeah, I guess I have to do a YouTube review on this shit. After I said YouTube review, all them motherfuckers came up real quick and shut them the fuck up. It was funny as hell. But yeah, so that was part of it. That was kind of a pain in the ass. And they were like smoking weed constantly. I mean, everywhere I went, motherfuckers were smoking out. I'm kind of like, fine, I get you guys like to smoke out and everything, but just like cigarettes and everything else, this shit's not allowed in the fucking rooms. And for the love of God, why are you standing in the bathroom blowing it up in my fucking vent that comes into my fucking room, you fucking assholes? So that kind of fucking irritated me. Because I do not smoke out, so I don't like it. I know some people be like, hell yeah, bro, sharing's caring. But I'm like, I'm not one, so keep that shit to yourself, motherfucker. But I will say this, though. One thing that was interesting to note about Vegas is the gays in Vegas are pretty chill. Like, I don't mind the gay folks in Vegas. Like, they're mine. They're like minor. Like, you go there and like, oh, let me help you with this. And then I'm like, okay, that's a gay motherfucker. Right? No big deal. Here, like they're just so fucking flamboyant and irritating. Then they're like, gay is the best, blah blah. Here in Utah, it's crazy as fuck. But in Vegas, where there was a legitimate gay segment of the population, man, they were chill as fuck. And I'm like, that's how you're supposed to be. I don't have to know you're gay. I really don't give a shit. I could deduce that you're gay by your clothing and your mannerisms, but you're not like pushing your gayness on me. You know what I mean? Like, you're gay and you're working. Whoop-de-doo. Like, I don't give a shit. Just like a straight guy was just fucking munching carpet and came to work, and, I can kind of deduce by his hair and his big shitty grin that he just got laid. Like, I don't care. It's not, you know what I mean? But I think gay folks everywhere could learn something from the way that gay people in Vegas conduct themselves, which is funny because you would think if I asked you to guess which state has more irritating homosexual population, and I say Vegas, which you're thinking over the top, oh my God, Sin City, right? And then you go, Utah, conservative, like hella fucking, gun-toting motherfuckers, you would be like, oh, the more flamboyant, crazy gays are going to be in Vegas, right? You'd be wrong. You'd be wronger than a motherfucker. So anyway, for what it's worth, I think any gay fuckers that are watching shit, and you're like, oh, why is he always harping on gay people? It's like, no, I'm not harping on gay people. I'm harping on the openly gay, agenda-driven psychos that run around talking to crazy shit. Those are the motherfuckers I'm talking about. The other motherfuckers, I really don't give a shit about. I look at you the same way that I look at anybody else. Oh, Rob, what about transsexual? I'm like, trans, pan, whatever. I don't give a shit. As long as you're not doing dumb shit and trying to change my shit, or force your belief system on me, I give less than a fuck what you do with your time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it's fucking funny to me because I was like, holy shit. Because this is, it's Pride Month, so you see fucking gay shit everywhere. It's so funny seeing all these big corporations, oh, we support LBGT, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just, whatever. I'm just like, wow, check you guys out. And so anyway, I was like, wow, okay, whatever. The other thing I saw today, and I'm going to wrap this up, is looks like Facebook now has their Libra, which is their digital currency that they are unleashing on the world next year, first part of 2020. And right when I saw the icon, the logo for it, and everything else, I was like, this is some evil ass shit right here. So I'm on record right here, right now, same day that they announced it, saying it is a bad, bad fucking thing. I was already kind of like, I don't trust digital currency in the first place, but now this Facebook shit, I really, really don't trust it. Especially, you look at the logo, it looks like water, right? It's got this kind of 3 waves, stacked. And I was looking at him like, I've seen that icon, so I've seen that iconography somewhere before. I can't put my finger on it yet. And it's just a play. It's just, again, it's a play on the number 3, right? Because you got 3 lines. 3 represents things like Holy Trinity, things of that nature. Oh, what's up, Brian? What I miss? No, I was talking shit about my stay in Vegas. I was commenting on how awesome gay people are in Vegas as opposed to gay people in Utah. And then I was just talking about Facebook's digital currency that they announced today, the Libra, which I'm like, that's some evil ass shit. And I was just talking a little bit about it and going on record. June 18th, same day that it popped out, saying it is a evil, evil, evil fucking thing that they will use against us. Because, the funny thing about crypto is it keeps a paper trail. It keeps a fucking paper trail of every hand that it passes around. Okay? And the other thing, yeah, exactly, Brian. Do not use Facebook e-currency, period. And they're saying, oh, this is going to leverage and help people in poor countries and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? Bull fucking shit. It's going to allow you to really see what the consumer is doing and be able to track every fucking hand that bit of currency passes through. And they're all trying to create this one world currency. And so I'm just like, you know what? Fuck that. Some fucked up shit. Yeah. Well, my problem with e-currency is the fact that you need the E. And if the E disappears, then guess what? All that e-currency you got, bye-bye. Because it has to have a system to work within. So if I shut off the electricity, there you go. Well, Rob, I got cash on hand. That's fine. You got cash on hand as long as the person across from me wants that. That's why I stock up with lead or copper tips, and also oil and water. Those are the things that is super important. To make sure you got stockpiles of. We need cash every day to pay our bills and things like that. But, if the system breaks, even for a little while, no one's going to care, how much cash you've got. How many times we've seen in other countries when their dollar goes bye-bye, they'll sit there and roll up in a shopping cart full of fucking bills to get a fucking loaf of bread. So anyway, I thought it was interesting. I also noted while I was in Vegas, like Celine Dion, which I'm a fan of Celine Dion. I don't care what anybody says, but I like Celine Dion. But like she was sitting down in Vegas for a long time, and I guess she did her last show early June. Done deal. No more. There is Donnie and Marie, who's been doing shows there forever. I guess apparently this is the last year for them. So it's kind of interesting to see a lot of things wrapping up this year. And like a lot of brand new paradigm type shit coming out next year. So it's just really weird seeing this actual shift. All the stuff that was around for a long time, now gone. And suddenly new stuff pops up. So anyway, I just thought that'd be kind of interesting to point out. So, and like even me, like I'm noticing like the stuff that I used to be into, I'm not so much into now, and I'm moving into some other things that are a little bit more interesting to me. Um, I fucking don't care if she's a socialist or if she's a communist or whatever. I'm not listening to her because of her political or social economic views. I listen to her because the bitch got a beautiful fucking voice. That's like even before with motherfuckers like, dude, the lead singer, Judas Priest, I think he's fucking gay. It's like, I don't really care if he's fucking gay or what he believes in. Like Bono, Bono's a lot. I mean, a lot of the shit that these fuckers personally are into are very repulsive and irritating. But I don't listen to them because of that shit. I listen to them because I like the fucking music or I like whatever. I think it's a sad thing when a musician or an actor or one of these other motherfuckers suddenly starts to platform and talk about their shit, which, it's fine. We're in America. They're allowed to talk about their shit, and they have a position of influence, and if they think that they're changing the world in a better way and that they want to do that, that's fine, whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just like the things that they're famous for. And her, my God, she's got a fucking beautiful voice. And I would have loved to have seen her in concert before she was done, but oh well, I didn't have the money and didn't have the time or ability, so yeah, fuck, whatever. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever. And plus, those things are expensive as fuck. So I'm like, whatever. Yeah, exactly. I don't care what Boy George. Yeah, Boy George. That's a perfect one, right? Hey, what's up, Jeff? That was Boy George. What about George Michaels? I mean, it's like you listen to music. You like the music. I don't really care. Like, Michael Jackson. Shit, if he was like into little kids or whatever, that sucks. But doesn't stop the fact that there's probably 5 or 6 of his songs that I think are fucking just amazing. It's amazing fucking music. But it is what it is. Some of these folks get on their platform and they just start talking crazy shit, and hell yeah, that Deadpool song, that's the From the Ashes or something from the Ashes or something like that. Dude, I love that fucking song. That song is fucking great. They start talking about their political better not be leftist. Dude, then you better not look left. Fuck, then you're not really listening to 80% of the music in Hollywood. They're all fucking from the left. Why do you think they even have a fucking platform? Because the motherfuckers are celebrities. It's like, okay, why does Apple have any clout? Blah, blah, blah. Because they were tied in with the movies and shit like that. And so, you look at a lot of the Apple iconography and their symbolism and shit. It's fucking like communist shit, which is funny as fuck, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, I really don't get too tied up in that left, right, fucking libtard, republic-tard shit. I really don't. I don't care. I'm like, they're all two sides of the same fucking coin, if you really want to be honest. And then I love when people are so against stuff like, oh yeah, we are a republic and we have no socialist foundations in America. And I'm like, no, we got quite a bit of socialist shit. What do you call libraries, police departments, fire departments, et cetera, et cetera. Those are all social programs that are being paid for, right? But America is a special blend of a lot of things. We are fundamentally a republic. And I love when fuckers say it's democracy. No, we're not. It's not democracy. It's not a democratic system. We are a republic for the republic for which it stands. A republic is a completely different thing than a democratic government, which is funny. Oh, I know, Brian. I know the Dark Phoenix film was off. Oh, I knew it was going to be awful before I even look. You know what I mean? Um, but it's like when you look at stuff like businesses. Like I think I had a debate with my mom a year ago or something, and she was saying, "Oh, such and such." Oh, I know what it was. She was talking shit about Trump. She was talking shit about Trump. Well, he's dirty. He's dirty, right? I said, "Yeah, I know he's dirty. Fucker has more than $100,000 in cash. If you got more than a certain amount, you're dirty just because of the relationships that you have to have and the shit you have to do. You're gonna be dirty. Well, he's fucking people over. I'm like, yeah. So what? That's business. It's like, look, if I was dealing with Trump, first I'd be like, great, I could have Trump as part of my thing. She's like, well, he's fucking people over. I'm like, well, that's their fault, because if I was gonna deal with Trump, and let's say I was going to do 10 hours worth of work, I'm going to bill him 20 hours, ask for the 10 hours up front, banking on the fact that he's going to fuck me at some point. If he pays me the 10 hours, I've got the job covered, so I'm not losing money. And then I would be like, okay, here's the job. And if Trump's like, likes it, and he says, no, here you go, then I just made bonus. If he didn't like it and said, no, I'm not going to fucking pay you and blah, blah, and I'd be like, oh, Mr. Trump, don't be like that. We can work some shit out. Things we can make this a win-win for both of us. And he's like, no, Rob, fuck off. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'd still leverage the fact that I did business with his ass because it's going to help my business regardless. And then I still got paid because I double billed his ass, which in effect is a dirty thing for me to do, right? Because I'm double billing a customer. Rob, you shouldn't do that. It's called fucking business. And if he really wants my work, he's going to look at that and be like, okay, fuck, it's a fair price to fucking pay, because I'm going to fuck him over anyway, so I'm only paying half of what it really is going to cost me, whatever. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. That's why I laugh. I'm like, and then I look at people like, oh, he didn't pay any taxes, blah, blah. I'm like, good for him. I don't want to pay taxes. If I can find a way for my business to leverage against my business so I don't have to pay taxes, and that's legal, I ain't going to pay no fucking taxes. That's what I always laugh at. Like, why people get mad and say, oh, he didn't pay taxes. Like, bitch, if you didn't have to pay taxes, you wouldn't pay taxes. Shit, a lot of these motherfuckers that are crying that the motherfucker didn't pay taxes, I guarantee you they didn't pay fucking taxes. Or they got their fucking money back because they had 9 motherfucking kids and they're living on the government's tit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, come on, man. You need to stop with this bullshit. It's like, they're all both parties are evil. Both of them. Republicans and Democrats are both fucking evil. And they both take turns with the big bad guy. So whichever fucking political leader's in play at that time is the bad guy. And they're like, well, Trump this, Trump. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, what about the Bush and fuck, whatever. Oh, what about Obama and that? Fuck them too. I'm like, Rob, if you ever want to know my opinion about a politician, you say, Rob, what do you think about a politician? Well, this is what I think about insert whatever the political person's name is, and they say, fuck them. They go fucking suck a dick. Fuck, I don't give a fuck which one is in charge. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Now, Trump right now just happens to be changing up a few things, but make no mistake, there's shit coming. Because I've already seen him flip-flop on a couple of things. I'm just waiting. The trip was all right. It was good for me and the wife. We were able to come back together and really kind of solidify our plans and kind of double down with each other and just make sure that we're both on the same page. And, it was good. We got to spend some good quality time together, and that's bad. That's good. See, what says Trump isn't a bad guy. I've met him. He is a businessman. Trump pays taxes. He gets audited every year. IRS makes sure he pays taxes. What he spends in sales taxes alone, buying stuff. Jeez. Yeah, look, I'm not saying Trump is an asshole. I'm not saying Obama is an asshole. I'm not saying Bushes are assholes or anything else. What I am saying is, all of these guys, Trump included, are puppets. There are puppet masters above all of these guys, including Trump. But Trump is unique in that his puppet masters have yet to be revealed. I suspect I know who they are. And I've said it before. I've said it many times on this fucking channel. But he is different. His group is different than the previous masters. And history has shown us time and time again, sometimes the change of guard is a good thing. Sometimes the change of guard is a catastrophic bad thing. So I can't tell you which way this particular shift is going to go, but there is a shift coming, and I can't really see any way around that shift really hurting. I mean, really hurting. The only good thing is it's not fucking Hillary. Hillary's ass, fuck that bitch for days. Hillary is a fucking cunt. And I am so thrilled that I'm not sitting in some camp right now because of her happy ass. But that's not to say shit that goes down with Trump can also end up with my ass inside of a camp at some point. It will see. I think Trump does. Trump is honest. He's not a lackey lying to people for votes. I don't know. I think Trump is a liar, but I think most people are liars. So I mean, that really doesn't condemn him this way or that as far as I'm concerned. I like a lot of things about Trump, but I also don't trust him. So I like a lot of things that he's done, and I think some of the things that he's done is very, very shrewd, very good tactical business person. I think he leverages the 48 laws of power probably better than anybody I've ever seen before. I think Trump is a very calculated person that ultimately... Hang on a second. Is somebody at my fucking front door? I think somebody is at my front door. I thought I heard somebody knocking. No, I see my daughter is leaving for work. Okay. I think polished politicians. What are you talking about? George W? George W is a perfect, beautiful actor. He was definitely not the polished politician. Obama was a decent orator as long as his teleprompter didn't fucking break. Let's see. Let's go to Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton had some of that old Southern kind of charm to him, but he I guess he was palatable because he was easy. It was easier to watch him as all the evil was unfolding and not really trick. That's like Slick Willie. He was all right. Jimmy Carter. Oh God, that's Bush Senior. Yeah, Bush Senior was probably he's probably pretty polished, but Bush Senior was definitely polished slickster. Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan had some good charisma, but at the same time, he had been even though he was he was a good actor too, though. So and then let's see, JFK. Really, I can't think of, at least in my lifetime of what I've seen, polished politicians. It's like whatever. I'm just like whatever. And then let's see. No, I don't. The funny thing is, the reason that I think people don't like Trump, and this is the reason why I cannot watch his speeches, but he's so brilliant with the way he does this, because I guarantee you, if I sat down and we had a conversation, he probably wouldn't act the same way that we see with his speeches and whatnot. But his, all of this and all this other, his the way he just presents things, it's just it's just really hard to watch his speeches. There's two speeches you can watch. You can somewhere somebody else wrote a speech for him and he's practiced it and he read it and he's on point, and those are palatable. Like I can stomach that to a point. When he goes off script and he just starts to kind of make everything larger than life, goes into the bullshit mode, that's where I think a lot of people have a problem, because they're kind of like, what the fuck, dude? Seriously? It's like there's a certain amount of realism that you should have, and then there's a certain amount of fun you should have. Like sometimes if we're having stuff like this, I might get a little flamboyant on stuff and kind of stretch to make things a little bit more entertaining. Um, and you guys will see that. You will instinctively know that I am, so for example, I catch a fish that's this big, but I tell a story and the fish is this big and it nearly broke my pole in half and whatever. Those are some embellishments that people are used to engaging with each other. But to hear something, it don't matter. You could take any topic that Trump is talking about and he embellishes the exact same way over and over and over. Like, oh, that's a great person. That's a beautiful person. Yeah, they're the best. They're the best. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. Blah blah blah. It's like, oh, this is beyond your comprehension. And I think sometimes, that arrogance and the pompousness and some of the other stuff just really rubs people the wrong way, especially some of these self-defined illuminaries that think that they're just mental giants. They don't care for the way that he conducts business. Me personally, I'm kind of like, do whatever you're gonna do and let's see what happens. I don't really give a shit. You know what I mean? Let's see here. We have burgers a mile high. I mean, fuck. That's just being playful with the words, right? So like, I think I had a video, shit, maybe 2 or 3 things back where I said I've got the biggest balls on the block, right? It's just fun talk, But I think the problem with Trump is he doesn't have the charisma he thinks he has, and so he can come across as very abrasive. I think some people just are like, ugh, you know what I mean? But then when a person like that is the president, you can't ignore him, right? And then you got fuckers like Nancy Pelosi and them fuckers that you're like, ugh. It's like, oh fuck, I don't even want to look at this bitch, let alone listen to her talk. And it's just, again, it's just this fucking horrible game you're watching these fuckheads saying over and over and over. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about burgers a mile high. I'm like, that's awesome. Whatever, I don't give a shit. Yeah, see, and that's why I don't like. Like, a lot of times, there are some folks I know on the East Coast, and the attitude is just real abrasive. And so, again, what you have here is you have like an East Coast mentality versus a West Coast mentality. And if you look, again, Brian, this goes back to what I was saying earlier. When you look at the media and you look at a lot of these fuckers, even though the funny thing is a lot of the news is supposedly powered out of the East Coast, you got a lot of these motherfuckers on the left that are on the West Coast, talking all this shit. Why is my fucking motion on? What is going on in front of my fucking house here? I don't see anybody there, and something keeps tripping my camera. There's nobody there, but my camera keeps fucking alerting me. Trippy. Anyway, so I don't know. Trump doesn't really bug me. Like, I kind of just listen to him, like, yeah, whatever. And I like some of the stuff. Some of his ideas I think are fucking brilliant. Trade war, I don't have a problem with that. I think if you're going to do any kind of business, period, you have to be willing to take a little bit of pain. So you have to be able to say, I don't fucking dig what the fuck you're doing, and I will fuck you as well as myself to make the point. If you want things to go back on the up and up, you need to come to the table and make some fucking changes. And so I like that. I like that. Um, Raccoons or jackalopes? Fuck jackalopes. I like jackalopes. Nothing really to say about that. Um, so but I don't know. I think time will tell. Time will definitely tell. But I think a lot of folks that are looking at Trump as this white horse need to be very, very cautious. It's always good to have faith and believe and stuff, but at the same time, temper that shit because, at the end of the day, he's motivated by wanting to make sure he still is in a position of influence. And if anybody tries to tell me that Trump does not have a fucking ego, then I'm like, okay, we're not talking about the same person here. Now, Trump does do some selfless things, and I applaud him for that. But at the same time, make no mistake, he is very cognitive of the fact that cameras are all around him. He is also cognitive of the fact that this is a big theater, and he's playing a very pivotal role. Now, the genesis of all of this is the fact that Trump's not an idiot. He understands that the US dollar is dying, if not already dead. We're just waiting for that nail in the coffin. But the dollar is worth less than toilet paper. The only thing keeping it afloat is the fact that people still think there's some intrinsic value in the dollar. But the dollar, I think the last time I looked, was worth about 13 cents. So the dollar is devaluing at a very astonishing rate. The only thing America has as a solid export is intellectual property, which is why he's going after China as strong as he is, because China, with all the bootlegging and everything, is undermining that intellectual property dollar value. And then he needs to make sure whatever ends up replacing the dollar or something else, he has some control over, because that way he can maintain the value of his lifestyle and everything else, and not suddenly become a third world fucking slave to the Illuminati and all this other bullshit that was going to happen. So I don't disagree with his motivations, and I don't disagree that his plan is going to change things probably for the better. But what I do question is, well, who's he in bed with? Because understand, Trump is not playing this game by himself. He is shrewd. He does make some very interesting decisions, but he's got backing. He's got some major fucking backing. So what I'd like to know is who that is. I suspect I know, but I'd like to see for sure. What is it? Trump moving to Israel embassy. I loved. Yeah, that's fine. As far as stuff like that's great. Again, though, I think people underestimate the power of Israel. Israel is extremely powerful and very influential, especially inside of the cyber environment that everything is sitting at. So again, it'd be interesting to see, and I think we don't have to wait very long. I think once Trump wins the re-election, gets a second term, we will see things really get kicked into gear. I think we're going to start seeing shit starting pretty quick here. Probably even by next month, I would imagine that we'd start to see certain things start to show up. And then if they don't kill him, that's the big question mark. If they take his ass out or they shut the power off, either one of those situations derails his plans. But if he's allowed to do what he wants to do, well, George Soros represents the old guard, represents that whole Hillary and the rest of those fuckheads. that's the puppet master. That's one of the puppet masters right there. He's also the one that's down in South America funding all of this bullshit. But anyway, if Trump gets reelected, we'll see a lot of these fucking pedophile rings, a lot of these elites getting exposed, and it's going to be very fucking interesting because I think once some of these high profile fuckers start to get revealed, woo woo, we're gonna see the left melt hard, and that will probably be the catalyst to bring about the civil war. So we'll see. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be there's gonna be some crazy shit, no matter how you slice it, and it's kind of yeah. Anyway, I'll save this. We'll revisit this on Saturday. This is just supposed to be a quick little update, but come Saturday we're gonna delve into some shit, because I definitely think we're getting to a point in time with what I'm watching with some earthquakes and a few other things and some of the weather and stuff. I think we're getting to a point now where all of the pieces of the puzzle are finally laid out on the table. Then it's just we're gonna have to then start piecing stuff together and figure out what's going on because there's some shit that's definitely in the works. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys an update again. I'm going to be doing some more of these little formats here. These are small, these are cheap, easy reads. I think I read let's see, Harry Situations. I released that for free for you guys. You guys can check that out. That's on podcast. It's also on realtimestorytime.com. I think it's on Robert R. Rick's YouTube. You go check that out. Each one of these, yeah, it's about an hour or two to sit and read them. So it's nice to kind of be able to sit down and read an entire book and be done with it. Not have to sit there and do multiple sessions and everything else. So I'm on track. I got 4 of these done. I'm on track to get another 4. The next 4 are going to be augmented reality, house winds, do just kill yourself, and scars. So that's going to be the next 4. The next real-time story time that will be turned into a novella will be Found and Lost Again. And that one will also have an audiobook, a free audiobook that goes out about it. And just keep it going. So after Scars, there's The Big Spin, Child Hunter, Cross Country. Then the next real-time story time sets that are going to be there are going to be Bronx Killer in the Woods and the Spook Time Investigators. And then those 4, Harry Situation Origins, Found and Lost Again, Bronx Killer in the Woods, and the Spook Time Investigators will be releasing an anthology. Magic Really Sucks Volume 2 Liberation. I'm actually over the next couple of days going to release it quietly. So people that have read the first book that want it, reach out to me and let me know. I'll send you the link. So that way you'll be able to get that ahead of time, because that's going to be released publicly, full volume, probably July 15th. But you guys that watch stuff and are part of the inside, if you guys are interested, I'll let you know ahead of time and I'll deep discount it, so you guys have access to it sooner. And that will be that. Let's see, what does it say here? Rob, dirt bike, cruiser bike, crotch rocket, scooter. Oh, you know, man, me personally, gosh, I used to like the crotch rockets, the Asian bikes, Gixxers, things of that nature. Now that I've gotten older, I kind of just want something that's comfortable, big for me. So probably be like cruiser bike, I think. But then the prepper in me, the guy, the Reliant, that would want something to be able to get off and go different places, it'd probably lean towards dirt bike. So if there was some kind of a hybrid cruiser that also could handle off-road, that would be the one I would lean towards. So, am I going to publish a story with Tenchi? No. Nope, I'm not. Um, just because I didn't really like that story. I didn't think that story was fun for anybody other than us, to be honest with you. Um, so, yes, they did, Jay. There was actually, I went back probably an hour later on the first couple, they were gone. I went the next day, looked around, those were gone. And then the ones that I left over in Caesars yesterday, we left, so I wasn't able to go back. What will be really interesting is to see. So the next, because I'm gonna revise these, and actually I came up with a concept. That is mentioned just in passing, and then I'll be done. The It's gonna be called Given and Found. So with Given and Found, those books they'll be labeled Given and Found, and they say free. The price will be marked off free, and then on the inside front page is basically some text that says, you know, congratulations, you found this. You know, enjoy this book. It's yours now. If you want, when you're done with it, if you enjoy it, either give it to somebody else and let them read it, or put it somewhere else, take a picture of it, post it on Instagram or on Twitter, and then use the hashtag given and found. So it's kind of like lost and found, but like given and found. And then that way, when I do a search on given and found, I can see where the books are at. So I'm hoping what will happen is the book will pass hands. And what would be really neat is if I put it on the inside, I'm like, sign the book and then hand it on. Let's see how many signatures can end up inside the book. And so as people are sitting there and they're doing it and they, sign it and they say where they got it from or whatever, that could be fun, because if a book travels, it would be neat if a book travels the fucking whole planet, ends up back in the States, and then somebody gets it and it shows all these people's signatures and where it went and stuff. I think it'd be fun. So that's some stuff that I'm working on right now. And the best way to ensure that these things travel is just to get them out as much as possible. So like I said, I have 4 books done right now. By the time I'm back in Vegas again in August, so August I'm supposed to go back there again with my kids and stuff. I want to have a bunch of these freebies ready, have them take some, put it in the girls' bathrooms, have some put them over by swimming pools, have some put them over in different places, and just start to use that as kind of hopefully a viral tool. Because like I said, you could sit and read one of these books in less than 2 hours. So it's feasible that somebody sits there and says, fuck it, they bring it and they take a flight to go back home from Vegas, or to a road trip, they drive home, and they might be like, okay, cool, I'm done. And then they just put it somewhere else and take a picture of it, and then they leave, and somebody else finds it and goes, oh, that's fucking cool. And they read it and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what that does. But all I know is by the time that rolls around, I have 4 right now. I should have another 4 by then. That would give me 8 of those little books potentially. And I think what I'm also going to do is, once I get to 25s, or actually I think what I'm going to do is, once a book hits a calendar year of its existence, then I'm going to retire it temporarily, kind of like how Disney does with their DVDs. So for example, volumes 1 through 30, for example, volume 1 came out, when did it come out? Volume 1 came out May 21st or May 24th. So May 24th, 2020, it's going to disappear off of the links. They're not going to be available anymore. I might keep some on hand in case somebody is like, dude, I'm looking for volume 1, issue 1. And then once the next year comes around, then boom, start dropping the other ones and then maybe put the old ones back up again. That way, create kind of a quasi demand for it and stuff like that. So it's just different ways of trying to keep people interested in it and also make it more collectible. One thing that I will be doing on these, I'm going to be getting a seal and I'm going to be doing an autograph edition run. And when you buy the autograph edition, since these are $4.25, the ones that are sealed, numbered, polybagged, and signed will also come with one of the given and founds. So it's the exact same book, but given and found. So you buy the autograph edition for $10, you get 2 books. You could take the other book when you're done reading it. You can hand it to somebody else if you want to, or you can keep it or whatever. But there'll be one that'll be signed and numbered and stuff like that. So, nut job! What's up, brother? So, anyway, that's it. I just wanted to give you guys an update. And like usual, I talked my ass off and everything else and ended up thinking I was going to do a fucking 15-minute video, and I did an hour and 16 minutes. But fuck it, it is what it is. So anyway, that's it, guys. Done for now. And I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe. Had to fix 2 cars in the past week. Fucking fun. Hot and muggy and busy. Well, busy is good. I don't know about the hot and muggy. Ugh. I lost my ass off. I went and I fucking did the whole universal manifesting and stuff like that, and nada. Remind me on Saturday, Jay, if you happen to pop in on the show, remind me on Saturday. I'll tell you guys a couple of different fucking things. So anyway, that's it for now. I got to get ready. I got a whole bunch of shit to do today, but I'll talk with you guys. All right, adios. Yep, 1-armed fucking bandits for real. I got some stories out of it though, but anyway, all right, later.